Hello, Olgeda Wanto, Kolgeda Wan Solwara, Mipla Hamaslo, bringing you can Narapla Round Long One Sport Show, episode number 3. And what an eventful week. It's been a couple of weeks actually, as I'm joined again by my good mate, Aaron. How are you doing, mate?
Doing great, Terry, and it's great to be back with you again, episode number 3 you mentioned, and I'm looking forward to it. Eventful week, but the past week as well has been very eventful.
And bit of exploration.
Exploration. A lot of thinking about what's going to be
getting behind the scenes.
And it's been good. Talking about who's going to be the first Papua New Guineans to be signed for the Chiefs.
And I tell you what, we were pretty much spot on.
Prediction right on.
Predictions was pretty good. Yeah.
Imagine if we had to put a bet on it. We'd probably be collecting right now.
But also. Prior to that, we also had the Heavenly Authority. That was the opener. What a big opener to the show.
What a way to start the show, because talking about someone who saw a different path to rugby. We talk about rugby league and how it's developing, but we don't often talk about the technical side of it. And
also the gender equality.
The gender equality.
With women now coming on board.
The participation, the inclusion of women.
To also officiate big games. And of course, Heavenly Authority makes a big stepping stone for women in PNG, especially in rugby league. But also last week we had a sneak preview, or not preview, but just a snapshot of Gairo Goro.
A snapshot of Gairo Goro's village, traveling down, Virolo village, the Central Coast. The boys went and talked to some of the locals there. I talked to his mom, and of course, the news. A couple of days ago, you could say during the week, Gairo Goro signing as one of the first Papua New Guineans for the PNG Chiefs. So congratulations to those 3 boys, and they're doing us proud as well.
Oh, definitely. I think that is a big landmark signing for Papua New Guinea, especially the first 3 locally homegrown players to be signed by the Chiefs.
Yep, more to come, more signings to come. Yeah.
And just continuing from where we left off last week, that exclusive visit to Gairo's village. Now, let's find out more.
So tell me a little bit about the association and what is the aim of the association, especially regarding what's happening now behind us, Rugby League.
Okay, Rugby League. We've started this association because we had a young guy, a villager. He started from this field and he's been like straight out from the village to London now. He's in London, so he's here. I'm talking about Gairo Goro. So we have been doing this because he's inspired a lot of young kids around here. So we've gone all the way down to the elementary level. So I've started I didn't call it schoolboys because the school is not involved. I called it Pikinini Rugby League because from the elementary, like 6, 7, 8 years old up to the seniors that are playing now. And these are all Gairo's age group boys who have been inspired by him. So that's how we got together to start this association.
With what you've seen so far, I believe you have three of your boys actually played in the grand final in the NYC?
Yes, they are the products of this village. So there's 3 of them. There's Kevin, Mordecai, and Alukai. They're all from this village.
With the NYC program that's currently happening, what are your thoughts along the line of the junior development that's happening?
The biggest thing is discipline. It brings discipline back to them to control whatever they do in the village. It's more controlled, like you don't have a lot of drunkards around, a lot of druggies around. For the young boys, they've been training and they've gone off liquor. So there's some discipline that we brought into the village, and even the church has acknowledged us for the behavior of the youths.
Apart from Gairo Goro, what are some of those factors that makes that interest grow?
For example, these 3 kids, they've just gone down and they've hit the limelight. They haven't gone right to the big picture yet, but so that dream and that hope of still going to make it to the senior grades or being the Kumul or being in the Chiefs and all that. Now the Chiefs have come in And these boys know now that the NRL is in Port Moresby. Because of that, there's more kids coming. There's more talent here. So that's what really is driving all this.
And now let's join Tony Smith, who is now, I think he just retired from coaching in Super League. So he came up to PNG and watched the amazing round and was quite blown away by our national youth competition, the grand final. So let's listen to the story.
Coaches have spent more than 30 years developing players at the elite level. One Sports had the privilege to sit down with Tony Smith, hoping to catch a glimpse of rugby league through the eyes of an elite coach.
I came at a perfect time to come and watch the amazing round, and it gave me an opportunity to see the best teams in PNG all play against each other. It was a fantastic event. I loved it, and I was very impressed, very impressed.
What did Tony see that we might have missed?
Just the style in which PNG players play and back themselves. They're very, they have a style of their own, and I think in an identity of their own, and it's important for PNG to hold on to that. I think they're going to have to make some adjustments to go to when we get to that point where the players play in the NRL, but at the same time, it's really important for PNG to keep their identity in the way that in the style that they play. I'm going to say one of the most impressive things that I've seen was the NYC game. So it's one of the best games of rugby league I've watched for a long time. So I can see the development that PNG is having and going through in order to get ready for the NRL. And that development is so important, particularly of the young players coming through.
Humility provides the raw materials for lasting character, a trait elite coaches seem to value.
The difference between winning and losing sometimes is so fine, I also spoke about being humble when you win and not being too disappointed when you lose as well, that you learn from all your losses. You learn from your winnings as well, but to keep it, be humble, both when you win and you lose, and keep determined to get better. And the team that lost, they could have easily won. They were within probably 10 seconds of winning. That's how close it was.
Elite coaches don't predict the future. They recognize it early.
The junior development is your future. And that is so important for the Chiefs to have this program and development of young people coming through. Those young men are on the right path to become NRL players if they keep working hard and they handle their disappointments and if they handle their winning. Sometimes when you win, it can distract you from what you need to be doing next.
And of course,
the best players and the best coaches go through hard times and push and keep going and going and going, but it's not a smooth process.
Evan, what an amazing story. Tony Smith, you know a fair bit about him, his background, yeah?
Yeah, Tony Smith, last coach for Hull Kingston Rovers, Hull Kingston Rovers.
And I think he's got a strong connection with PNG through Stanley Genne?
Yeah, Stanley Genne, assistant coach as well to him. And he's also played rugby league as well in Australia. So, it's good to have, a person of his caliber up here. And during the amazing round, as he mentioned, and to have a look at our talent, to have a look at what Papua New Guinea has to offer, not only locally and nationally, but also overseas as well. So it's good to have someone of his experience up here, to have a look at our boys, have a look at our systems, and basically, he mentioned that, if you want to be successful in this sport, especially in rugby league, you've got to work hard, you've got to accept the disappointments.
Of course,
and also you've got to know when you win, and you've got to control that. So,
Don't go overboard, guys. Come on, it's only a football game. Yeah. But yes, really A nice story there from Smithy. Don't forget, we'll have more positive stories coming up. I think this week we also had a visit of one of NRL's greatest coaches of all time in Matt Elliott. So make sure you stick around for that story coming up next. And thank you for staying with us here on One Sports Show. Halfway to the show, still have got plenty to come.
Claire. Just shifted down the left-hand side. Bora again down the left wing. To find a hole. Does find a hole and goes over the line with no problems at all. Claire on the centre of the right-hand side. Ball should go to the left-hand side this time. Voro finds a hole. Voro looks to get his way through, and Voro gets his second try of the afternoon. Blair finds a hole and he's on his way through, up over the halfway line. Finley Blair wants some of the action. Nice pass to Voro, who's going in for try number 6 of the afternoon.
Yeah, I just think he's really comfortable at the moment. You know, when Murray went down, there was a thought, do we put him a fullback? But I just like what he's doing. He's getting really comfortable in the position he's playing in. And the weather's got hotter, you know, there's more space, the grounds are getting faster. And I said that it's pre-season, like these guys will come into their own when the grounds firm up, and his speed and his anticipation, his support play was outstanding today. Just really excited about where he's going, Goro. I think he's got a big future in the game, and his ability to want to learn. You know, he's very humble with his footy. He's always trying to learn. His transition over here's been first class, and he's, you know, even with his English speaking, he's always trying to get better at that. His goal kicking was a bit peck today. For those PNG viewers will know what that means. But luckily he scored 7 tries, so he was able to beat the record. Yeah, it's huge. You know, I think, you know, they'll chase a top 30 deal, and they'll earn that. I've got no doubt about that. They'll earn that with their performances in the World Cup at the end of the year and how they perform next year at a high level as well. And I've got no doubt they're going to play a pivotal role in the Chiefs over the next few years. They're exciting players, all 3 of them. And yeah, there hasn't been a group of players in those key positions come through that are born and bred Papua New Guineans for a long, long time. I mean, you add Edwin Apape to that as well, and it's a very, very strong spine. And you know, the future's bright for those boys. And while I'm sad to see them go and let them go, but I know what it means to them to play at the Chiefs, get that opportunity in their home country with their family, and what it'll mean to everybody back home. So, yeah, really pleased for them.
What a great story. JD, just recapping what has been happening on that other side of the world, especially Garo Voro's journey so far, which is just amazing story. In itself. Also, after the landmark signing of our 3 homegrown Papua New Guinean rugby league players, I had that opportunity to do an exclusive Zoom interview with the man himself, Garo Voro.
Me Mama Stret, me epilo, me sign lo PNG Chiefs lo, pa me play, pa me represent him country lo me, na village, na family. So, yeah, me and Mama Stret.
And what like 3 months you lo play lo NRL, obviously, huh?
Yeah, 3 months me, but me make it PNG Chiefs now, but me just play.
Now, what kind of reaction lo family, huh? Back lo place yet, time only harim this la big announcement.
Whole village are very proud, and all the Mama Stret lo supporting me na. Yeah, always also stand up lo backside lo me na.
Okay, Garo, World Cup come close to now, October, yeah, November, but you will look forward, lo showcase him, there's something you kiss him, lo play lo London, like come lo showcase him, time you play represent him country, you look forward lo this la?
Yeah, me ready lo, mame play lo World Cup, lo yeah, big experience me learn him, so me can prove him lo World Cup.
Last ask him, so now, what kind of expectation do you now time some you now only signing you finish to play lo NRL, some first Papua New Guinean, you and the other 2 boys there. What kind of expectation do you now? I think this is like next level will get now, but when I'm kind of look you or thinking blow you now, go inside this next level of this NRL.
I think for me work hard. Kami improve lo training, learn more big cloud something lo off the field na on the field. Em sabot timi lo make him this la 30-man squad or play na isla.
Okay. Obviously, we'd like to talk thank you to the coach player JD lo. I think he playing big player box tereta lo. Developing you player boys na you play come lo this level la.
Mila to ko sa thank you lo JD. Looking me lo Mr. Plantas time looking me lo. Ximi kam na lani me all gera something. Proving me lo ba me make him. Supporting me lo ba me make NRL. Na experience lo seri lo mina yeah so milani olgera something lo coach JD na yeah
Last message you got all family lo plus
Video last street.
Thank you lo on my village video lo village always also supporting me na sana lo backside lo me so milato thank you lo supporting me lo.
Multiple players here, but just look at, just listen to the confidence. The first time that we had an interview with Gareth Waller was at the Hunters, and he couldn't speak a word, but just look at him moving forward. Just look at the way he speaks. Wow.
Well,
and I think he's learning a bit of English as well.
He's taking English classes, but that's it's the confidence. You know, for someone like Jason Demetriou to believe in these three boys and give them the opportunity, you know, it's made them to believe in themselves, and that's the reason why the confidence has more or less oozed them to be what they are. They, you know, Gyro scene. You can see the change in his attitude. You can see the change on and off field as well, especially on field. 7 tries, and you know, those 3 players deserve to be signed by the PNG Chiefs, and no doubt, you know, their families are proud of them. We're proud of them. The country's proud of them, and you know, it's all through the hard work they've put in. So, you know, it's great, and look forward to, you know, many of the Papua News. And it's just a pathway now, you know, that these 3 players have gone through. You know, from the Hunters, you can go London Broncos, and Broncos, you can go to the NRL. You know, so it's, you just got to have that faith and work hard at it.
Just so many opportunities out there for our young up-and-coming rugby league players, both male and female as well. But look, don't forget to stick around with us. We still have plenty to cover when we come back after this break. You're watching One Sports Show, and yes, this week, in fact, yesterday, the big launch of the 3rd edition of the Santos Cup, the national women's competition. It's going really strong now with, I think the competition is attracting a lot more female to come and play rugby league. And the six franchises will continue this season. There's no talk of expanding, but probably in the next few years we'll expand to other franchises as well. But for now, it's six clubs.
And 6 clubs taking part.
As last year. So similarly, this year will continue. But I think expansion to the number of weeks that they'll play from now, from this weekend right up until the grand final day for the men's as well. So it's more football for the women folk out there. But also during the launch yesterday, we had an opportunity to catch up with the 6 female franchise captains.
All the girls, we are preparation for 2 weeks. We are training for the preparation for this weekend. For the kickoff, that's 2026, we're gonna defend the cup again, Central Tavares. Now 2026, some new girls is coming up for Central Tavares, and we just work together and we just defend the cup again.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it because it's a grand final rematch, and hopefully we're playing a bit well than the grand final. We have a lot of young girls coming in from the beat and from the local clubs. It's been quite a lot of strength and conditioning training in the week, so hopefully they are ready.
The Hunters Charter is to be the pathway program out, you know, to better opportunities, whether that be Australia, New Zealand, UK or here with the Chiefs, you know, and while on the back of that, we lost, you know, 10 to 15 players at the back end of last year. You know, 10 of those went on to better opportunities, which is what the Hunters Charter is all about. I think that if we can get the same team on the park, which we haven't been able to do yet this season, we've been one of the only teams that haven't been able to name the same team 2 weeks in a row. If you look back a couple of years to when I started, the pathway really didn't exist. Now you've got structured competitions through the academies, into the NYC, into the Digicel Exxon Mobile Cup, into the Hunters, and now the Chiefs.
CEO of the SP PNG Hunters, Scott Barker, talking to us about the Hunters Charter and, of course, you know, what's been going through with the season. It's a tough season for the team right now, and the focus is on rebuilding after the team has lost a couple of its players.
It's a bit more on the academy pathway program.
Well, he's mentioned that, you know, it's a pathway they've connected right now, you know, and, you know, although the side's lost a lot of its experienced players that have gelled together for a couple of seasons, you know, it's on a rebuilding phase at the moment, you know. And speaking of rebuilding phase as well, and what coaches and players go through, one person that's, you know, more or less been assistant coach Paul Adrian as well, and he's also a mentor as well to him. And he loves coming to Papua New Guinea as well. And you know,
one of the most successful NRL coaches back in the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Penrith
you know,
Panthers also
player,
in the UK.
Panther, he's
Super League,
coach as well. And we're talking about, you know, Matt Elliott. So let's have a listen to what Matt Elliott had to say and his comments about the Hunters and what they're going through and the pathways that we have in Papua New Guinea.
As a head coach, you've got to have all that in perspective. And my thing, just talking to Paul then, was he needs to cut down time of, you know, you can't think about that all at the same time. You know, and the big one is to win this weekend. And he's hurting. The team's hurting. You don't have an experience. I've had that experience a few times as a player and a coach. It's not nice, you know, but it's a part of the landscape of footy. And I would prefer not to have it. But obviously the focus right now is on getting the team ready to win this weekend. Now that's difficult, isn't it, after you've come out of that situation? But I did explain, you know, when I was coaching the Warriors, we got slammed by Penrith. I think they scored 60 odd points and, you know, we might have got 18 or something. But that was and I didn't have the same excuse as Paul. I hadn't lost all these great players out of my team. But it did become the incentive to win 7 straight, the next 7 games straight. So the focus has to be on winning this weekend. But he's also got to sit down and make time, not at the same time, but during the week to plan for next year. And you know, Paul is very meticulous with that. If you were to ask me 15 years ago when I was coaching Paul, or maybe longer than that, if he was going to be that sort of person, I probably would have argued the point. But he's proven me wrong. Definitely proven me wrong. He is very meticulous around his planning, and you know, his connection to the players is good, and he's got to keep standards, and that's something that, you know, PNG players are going to have to learn, that when you're in the NRL, the scrutiny is very high, very, very high. So the standards need to be equally the same.
Well, Matty Elliott, they're talking about, you know, the difficulties that, you know, the team's facing at the moment. It's more or less not difficulties, you would say. It's just a progression that they're going through.
Exactly.
A rebuilding phase as well.
And I think he's just sharing what he went through during his coaching days.
Yeah, he mentioned with the Warriors, you know.
Exactly. And
you know,
similarly, I think what the Hunters are going through is not foreign to him. You know, he went through that already, you know, during his coaching days. And now straight to this week's commentary. And as we've talked so much about the Hunters and what they're going through, all the scrutiny, all the adversity they're going through at the moment, and I think they need all our support. You know, it's back end of the season and we can't do much, but what I want is, I love Paulie. Paulie is a great coach, and I think he's done really well for our franchise, you know, taking the Hunters to not two grand finals, but taking the Hunters to 2 finals for the first time in 7 years since the Hunters won it back in 2017. So 25, they did very well. They just missed out in the first week of the finals. But 24 was the best season for the PNG Hunters. Made it all the way to the prelim final. Unfortunately, they lost to North Devils, which the team they will be playing this weekend. So it's payback time. Go get out there, get them. So Tok Tok Blomita Solo, I'd like to get all the supporters to come out this Sunday and back Paul Ayton and the PNG Hunters. I'm sure they will do us proud, although they're really struggling to win games, but they still need our support. It's just one of those seasons that they're going through, and I'm sure Paulie is already looking ahead to 2027. Well, everybody, I hate to say this, but time has caught up with us.
Yeah.
Evan, what a show it's been.
It's been a great show. We've enjoyed it, and the stories that we've had, on the show as well. Looking forward to it. There's more coming up, so make sure you do watch the One Sports show for all your action. Anything that's happening around sports, and especially rugby league, you find it right here on One Sports show. It's more like your one-stop show
Definitely.
for sports and rugby league and much more.
So until next time around, apa kanta catch.
Bye for now.